They say the wind carries stories in the southern lands of Africa, stories older than kingdoms, older than memory. Some are whispered by rivers, others hidden in stone. This is one such story. A baby cried alone beneath the open sky, her voice small against the vast plains. The grass swayed gently, as though listening. No human heard her. No village lay nearby. Only the wild answered. From the tall grass emerged a lioness. Her name was Shuni. She circled the child once, then again, her golden eyes studying what fate had placed before her. Instead of turning away, the lioness lay beside the child, shielding her from the sun and the cold. That day, the wild made a choice. Animals gathered quietly. Elephants rumbled in the distance. Birds watched from above. The land itself seemed to pause. On the child's wrist, a strange symbol glowed faintly, a mark no animal understood, yet all respected. They named her Naledi, the star that fell from the sky. Naledi grew as seasons passed. She learned to walk beside lion cubs without fear. She climbed onto elephant backs and learned balance and trust. She listened to birds until their songs became meaning. The animals did not speak as humans do, but Naledi understood them. The wind taught her patience. The hunt taught her discipline. The night taught her courage. Shuni became her protector. Mapula, a young elephant, became her strength. Kumo, the eagle, became her eyes beyond the horizon. Naledi belonged to no tribe of men. She belonged to the land. And for many years, the land lived in peace. Then the balance began to break. The river slowed, its waters turning heavy and dull. Fish floated lifeless. Animals refused to drink. Naledi knelt at the river's edge and touched the water. The mark on her wrist burned. High above, Kumo circled uneasily. The mountains stirred. Something old had awakened. The wind no longer felt gentle. Animals migrated without reason. That night, Naledi dreamed of stone and darkness, and a voice echoing endlessly through the earth. At dawn, she saw something she had never seen before, a human. An old man walked slowly at the edge of the forest, leaning on a staff worn smooth by time. Shuni stepped forward, teeth bared, but the man raised his hands. He meant no harm. His eyes fell upon Naledi's wrist, and his breath caught. He knew that mark. He was a storyteller, the last voice of a vanished people known as the Solani. Long ago, his people had sworn a pact with the spirits of the land to protect the balance between nature and mankind. But humans broke the pact. The spirits withdrew. The Solani disappeared, and the land began to suffer. The mountain of echoes had awakened. If it was not calmed, the land would die. Animals, humans, and spirits alike. Only one born of both worlds could restore balance. Only Naledi. Naledi looked at her family of fur and feather. She asked if she would return. Shuni pressed her forehead gently against Naledi's. All journeys change those who walk them. And so the journey began. They crossed forests where shadows whispered lies and hyenas laughed to mislead travelers. They crossed rivers guarded by the crocodile king, who demanded truth before passage. Naledi chose balance over fear, and the waters parted. Spirits tested her with visions of power and loneliness, but she chose humility each time. With every choice, the mark on her wrist grew brighter. At last, they reached the mountain of echoes. Stone rose into the sky like a silent watcher of the world. The ground trembled, and an ancient voice spoke. The land was not cursed. It was wounded. To heal it, the bond tying Naledi to the animals must end. Balance demanded separation. Naledi turned to Shuni, Mapula, and Kumo. No words were needed. Tears fell silently. The mark on her wrist faded. The mountain stilled. Rivers flowed again. The land breathed. Naledi walked toward the human world. Behind her, the animals watched. They remembered her. She remembered them. But the language between them was gone. The wind carried one final call across the plains, a farewell. Naledi did not look back. Legends are not born from happiness alone. They are born from sacrifice. And so the land was saved, but the wild lost its daughter.